The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. That you can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin. Hey yo, I rise like the sun in the east, running the streets. Same people that was coming in peace, some in the beast on the microphone. It's never a long and hard task. For God, I'm gonna smash they blog and podcast. Introduction to journalism 101 with Pharaoh PoPolitickin about where I'm from and what I do. What's up? It gotta be good. Interviewing everybody, you know they probably could. Take all the blood, sweat, and tears, working all them years. Put it in 10,000 hours, it empowers careers. From the Baby and Megan Thee Stallion to Yo Gotti. High as a kite, jet life, currency in the party. With MC Light, J Prince said I rap a lot. Super Saiyan Black Kakarot with a Macintosh laptop and my Apple Watch. Smoking Fraggle Rocks, 4 eyes, got more lines and hooks than a tackle box. What? The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. We're now live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell a friend, and tell a friend. 1212, I'm a place to be with Mike Mountain. How you doing, bro?
Salute. How you doing, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. You feeling the song?
Man, all I know is it's something when it gets in, you gotta listen. You know what this is when we straight PoPolitickin.
Yeah,
that's my don't, yo.
Yeah, shout out to my homie 4 Eyes, man. That's the homie. That's the homie. So how you doing today?
Brother. That's a talented brother right there. I'm feeling good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm chilling, man. I actually I was reading that you from Washington.
Yeah, I'm from the Washington, D.C. area, Landover, Maryland, to be exact.
So it seems like y'all finally found the quarterback.
You know what's funny, man? The Redskins Stadium is direct. I can see it directly from my backyard, man.
Uh-huh.
I can see it directly from my backyard, and I never go because I'm not in the sports. Man. I'm not in the sports at all. I never was. My uncles played football. They're like 7 years older than me. The youngest are 7 years older than me, and they two of them they played football, and I used to go to their practices all the time, and I was there with the coloring book, man. You know, I was in my own world, yo. I hate sports. I don't hate it, but it's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Now I was reading that you got into music when you was around 15.
Yeah, I started doing it. I'm not going to say professionally, but I started taking it seriously around that time, and I actually started recording in the studios, you know, in home studios and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And actually recording myself and hearing myself on 4-track and 8-track studios. You know what I'm saying? Back when we only had 8 tracks. So for y'all that don't know, that's when you only had 8 tracks or layers down the joint, and you didn't have like 100 or 200 or how many much you wanted to put down there when you opened up a file on your DAW. You know what I'm saying? And we had analog equipment, and we was only allowed to record on about 8 different tracks or 4 different tracks depending on the capacity of the machine. This was the 90s, the early 90s, the mid 90s, you know.
And then what would you say inspired you to get into music in the first place?
Watching other people do it, man. Growing up, watching videos and listening to the radio. What inspired me to do it myself was, it was really just people was becoming MCs and more and more so, in the early 90s, and you know the MC was getting more shine, and I just wanted to be an MC. I wanted to express myself, and my friends was, you know, that I met in high school. They were that were rapping, you know, the special select few. They were actually doing it and making demos. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that's you on tape for real? That's you? So you know what I'm saying? When I heard that, I was like, yo, I got to do it myself, man. I got to see what I sound like. I want to know what I sound like on tape. You know what I'm saying? And we was actually on cassette tape. You know, this is before CDs came out and all of that. Well, around the time CDs came out. But it was too expensive to burn yourself on CD at the time. I mean, I sound prehistoric. This 92, 93, you know.
Now, how did you come about with your name?
My real name is Michael Mountain. And
Oh wow.
yeah. So I went ahead and just decided to go with MIC Mountain, you know, to make it sound like Microphone Mountain. So like, you know, I would have like, you know, back in the days, back in 92, 93, 94, 95, they had Source Magazine back when it was a credible, reputable publication that you could depend on as a source for hip hop journalism. And they would have ratings for different albums, and you would either get 1 to 5 mics. Well, metaphorically, I was like, give me a mountain mics because I'm worth a mountain of mics, and that's how much I want to accumulate throughout my career. You know what I'm saying? I want to accumulate a merit of a mountain of mics instead of just 5. So I was like, call me Mike Mountain, the mountain of mics.
Yeah, shout out to actually the source. I had Dave Mays. I interviewed him before on the podcast, so shout out to the source, especially back in the day. The source, Double XL. It was another one before that one too, though. Word Up. Yeah, no,
Word Up magazine. Yeah,
Word Up. So shout out to all them because they influenced me a lot. I know.
I think they have Fresh magazine too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So shit. So how did you come out with your? Because I noticed, like, I'm listening to your music, and I noticed it's a fusion. It's like the Afro-Latino, like you were saying, it's boom bop, but then you putting the Latino sound like the salsa and merengue in there. So was that always your style, or did you develop that style along the way?
It's always been in my heart to do it. Ever since I first started putting out albums professionally in 2007, I did a Latin song on my album. There was always a Latin song. So yeah. There was always a Latin song with Spanglish or Spanish or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I always was doing that. I always had to do at least one song. And I finally did a full Spanglish album in 2020. So I've been doing this since 2007, putting out albums, and you know what I'm saying? And 2020 is when I first did a Spanglish joint. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm like, I actually be doing Duolingo. I'm on my 320th day on Spanish because I'm trying to. I be wanting to learn it because I be wanting to watch like the lucha libre and shit, the Spanish wrestling. Yeah, I like wrestling, man. I be listening to that lucha libre. I be like, damn, it sounds like whatever they say. They into that shit. So I be wanting to learn it. So I've been doing, like I said, I got a 332 20-day streak. So I just be getting on there, you know, learn the words, and then actually who motivated me to do that shit was Kobe because they said Kobe knew like a few languages. So I was
Kobe
like,
knew
man,
Italian. He knew Italy. So yeah.
So I was like, man, I want to learn some more languages. So I want to at least try to get it where I learn about 3 languages.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's always good to know different languages. Then you start thinking in different languages. It's really crazy, man. Your mind starts growing and expanding more. You start unlocking keys. It's crazy.
But yeah, I say I like the I was listening to the your album so far is Piragua. How you say it? Piragua?
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah, but I was saying first I was thinking about the name and I was looking up what it means. I was like, man, he sound like is he like the Puerto Rican ice cream man?
That's it.
Okay. I said that's what he sound like. I was like, he got the ices and stuff, the slushies. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what made you I know this is the third installment, so just talk about how you came about the creative process behind these projects and what is the difference between each project.
Well, what do you mean as far as back as the first project I ever did, or you mean all the Piragua joints?
The Piragua joints.
Well, I started off with the cover for Piragua. I started off with a photo of, it's a classic photo that's circulating around of a Piragua card with the Puerto Rico flag on it. And I was like, you know what? Let me make a cover out of this because I want to make this speaks for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me make a song out of this. I want to make something out of this. So let me make a song called Piragua or something of that nature. And I ended up making an album about it. And I ended up building a whole album around the concept of giving out different flavors, just like you would with Piraguas, because Piraguas come in different flavors, you know what I'm saying? And I felt that, I could incorporate, since I saw guys like Tony Touch do reggae Tony, where it was mostly reggaeton. It had a little bit of Latin trap in it, and it had a little bit of Latin boom bap in it. And I like that. I liked his 2 albums that he did so much that I wanted to do my own kind like that. So I did triple Piragas where I would give Latin trap, boom bap, and reggaeton. The second album, Mas Piraguas, came out, which was a little bit more. That came out. It was a lot more boom bap on that one. Triple Piraguas came out, and that just exploded, man. That was just like the perfect completion to the trilogy. There was a brand that came with it. The logo, like this one for my T-shirt, Triple Piragua. I built it around a brand. I had an advisor, my guy, bro, A.A. Rashid. He's the guy that's on all the intros for West Side Gun and all of that, and Griselda and all of that. So he knows the music industry very well. And I paid him for consulting, and he told me that I needed to get a brand and use the brand as use my music as a vehicle to advertise my brand. And I went ahead and designed the logo. I did it myself with the help of Ra Aku, who helped me refine it a little bit and do some revisions to it. And I went ahead and created something that I could make clothing from. And I have like a cover. I use it for the cover art, and I also have it for T-shirts and merchandise that I also have for triplepiragua.com, which goes with the website and has the music on it and all that good stuff. So it was like the trifecta. It had everything. It had the music. It had the brand. It had everything. You know what I'm saying? So.
Then what made you I think that's a good topic. Like, what made you said you went and got a consultant? Like, cause a lot of people would have been like, man, I've been doing this all this long. I don't need no help. I got this. What made you say, hey, I need somebody to help me, help me get to the next level? What made you do that?
Well, one, I've always been into investing into myself, whether it be paying for my own website, paying for my pro administration, like ASCAP, stuff like that, or BMI. I'm on ASCAP actually. You can only be on one. Paying for my release singles with the premium service so that I get full royalties back. I actually get paid for my music. I'm not going to say how much, but it's a good price. It's a good amount of net pay that I make from my music every quarter. So it fluctuates. Sometimes royalties, they go up and down, but I make a pretty good. I'm not going to say I can make a living off of it, but I definitely make a good amount for someone who is of my caliber, or not of my caliber, but of my notoriety. You know what I'm saying? As an independent artist who doesn't have a big machine behind me or nothing like that. So, when you invest in yourself, you always get that back. And listening to A. Rashid, I always respected his opinion, and I learned a lot of things from him to improve the circumstances of my life. And he basically taught me a lot of things. That brother, he's one of the greatest minds of our time. And when I seen him with the doing the Griselda thing and all of that, I was like, okay, so this man, he's you know, he truly is a legend. He does, he's a part of the movement, you know what I'm saying? And he has a finger on the pulse of this music industry and this art and this culture. So let me listen to what he has to say, so I know my next move can be my best move. You know what I'm saying?
And then you was talking about branding. I was gonna say, what are some of the items you or merchandise you have on for your store?
I got these t-shirts. I have women's t-shirts. It's not just this logo. It's not just this logo. I have different designs and wording and logos and illustrations and things of that nature. I have men's basketball shoes, which a lot of people don't have. Up to size 12, I believe. I have women's slide-on shoes. I have kids sneakers. I have women's running shoes. They're all triple Piragua themed. I have shot glasses. I have I even got stainless steel necklaces. I got coffee mugs. Wow, beach towels, bucket hats, snapbacks, everything, man. I got CDs. I got physical downloads and digital downloads. I got everything. I got everything there, man.
Man, I don't know why, but I might be hungry. But I'm hearing like, did you ever think about actually opening up your own Piragua?
Actually, I just I
I
was
might be
talking
hungry.
about
Shit,
that.
I'm hungry.
I was talking about that with A Rashid and I had looked it up. I asked ChatGPT how would I go about getting my own bottle syrup and putting my brand on it, labeling it and this that and the third. So I am looking into that, but I due to production costs and things of that nature. I don't know if that's on my sponsors itinerary right now. I do have sponsors for my music and my endeavors. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that that's something that I would go into right now because it's kind of very costly. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I would have to store the things as well. You know what I'm saying? In order to ship them off and things of that nature. A lot would go into it, marketing and this, that, and the third. And I just spent thousands of dollars on this campaign for Triple Piragua between the promotion, the getting the t-shirts printed from the screen printer, the beats, the features, the copyright, every single thing that went into it, man. It thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying? Just to get everything right. You know what I'm saying? Praise the Lord. Praise God in the universe or whatever you want to call it. That force that be, that creator, that they blessed me with this in order to get my mission done. You
And
know.
I say you mentioned something that I be using a lot, Chat APT.
Chat GPT, yeah.
Yeah, what you think? You think that you think it's good or you think it's bad?
Well,
I like it.
one thing is that anything that you type in Chat GPT, you got to know it's not private. That's the only thing.
So don't be typing that crazy.
Yeah, you can't.
I said don't be typing that crazy.
You better not type. Better not type about. Nobody better not type about how to fix a MacGyver bomb or no type of crazy shit like that. Because they will find you. They will find somebody doing some crazy shit like that. But that's good. They need to find them.
yeah, right.
Keep us safe. But yeah, anything you put on there, it goes into the system and it's there. So like if somebody types up something similar to it, it'll add on to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta watch out your ideas. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, as far as with, like the business, like especially, I mean, just stuff with like, say if you need help with like writing captions and things of that nature, it helps you out a lot. Or if you just trying to write a letter real quick, I like using it like for writing, so I don't gotta type all that stuff out myself. Like I can just
helps out a lot.
Yeah, just give it the idea and let it write it. So I like it like for that.
Writing proposals, it helps me write everything. It helps me articulate things when I'm trying to get an idea across to somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I usually say I'll write the proposal myself. I'll write the idea or the proposal myself of what I'm trying to communicate, and then I'll copy that whole paragraph or whatever, and then I'll go in to ChatGPT and I'll say optimize the following proposal and address it to so and so, and I'll put a colon there, and then I'll copy and paste the text that I copied, from the letter, and then it'll give me a whole brand new thing right there, and it's just a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, I said they better be glad I had that shit when I was going to school. Boy, it would have been.
I know, man. I would have been cheating like a motherfucker.
They talking about don't use it. Like shit. I be there talking about don't use it. I'll be using that motherfucker all day. I don't care what they talking about.
Yeah, all day, every day, man. It's a good way to make money too. I figure I just haven't figured out how to do it. I haven't looked into it. I should have been looked into it, but I figured it tells you how to make money too, man.
I think a lot of people. I know some people probably be making money just selling them AI graphics.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. They do. Actually, I have in the past not just selling AI graphics, but I actually do graphic design. That's how I sustain myself financially, and I'm a freelance graphic designer, and I do it part-time for an automobile detailing company, and sometimes I use AI to do illustrations that I need to get done on a quick. And it's all about how you type it and what you command. That's the secret about AI art. It's about what you command the prompt the system to do, and then after that, I put it in Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever, and I add the graphics to it, like the text, or I add filters, or I add different graphic elements, and finalize it. You know what I'm saying? So I love AI.
Yeah, I was gonna go into one of your videos. I was gonna play the animation one, the animated one.
I don't use no AI for that though. I don't use no AI for that. I straight hand draw that, man.
Oh, you did the video?
Yeah, I hand draw. I animate my videos. Yeah, I went to school for all of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I do animation, multimedia, video editing, all of that, graphic design, all of that good stuff. So
yeah, I was gonna tell you, I really it was looking clean. I was gonna ask you who did it. Yeah, you did it. Okay.
Yeah, man. I want to holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
It looked nice, but yeah, we gonna play the video, but you just want to talk about it a little bit more before we play it.
Yeah, this is called Triple Piragua. This is the title track, and this is about piraguas, and it tells you all about what piraguas are in Spanish and English. You know what I'm saying? It's about it's a cool, refreshing drink. So check it out.
All right, y'all. We about to go into that on PoPolitickin, and we'll be right back. Let me get the there we go. All right, about to play it. We'll be right back. You have the sound all the way up. Here we go.
Mike Mountain, da su afro-caribeño, un otro gran éxito. A toda mi gente de Piragua, tengo los sabores de Piragua, de todos los colores de Piragua. Tú sabes cuando traigo el flow es Piragua. Tenemos sabores, es triple Piragua, muchos colores, como las flores, fresca y variedad de montones. Got ice and I flown it, with so many flavors that be on it. Passion fruit, mango cherry, you know that you want it. And so many colors, from red to blue to green to yellow. Mi favorito, helado, es piña, mixed like con el hielo. It's so refreshing, thirst quenching, and so cold. On hot
summer days, we straight chillin', that's how we go.
Pa' toda mi gente de Piragua, tengo los sabores de Piragua, de todos los colores de Piragua. Sabe cuando traigo el flow es Piragua. Pa' toda mi gente de Piragua, si traigo los colores de Piragua, de los sabores de Piragua. Si tú sabes cuando traigo el flow Piragua.
Dime qué quiere, tenemos todo lo que necesite. This for the calle, or when you lounging on the beaches. El piragüero, he comes around in this season. Cualquier razones, you can have this cheap for any reason. Mix the coco with the mantecado, el respaldo granizado, como sea que lo diga el aro. And if you rum, you get some rum, so grab another bottle. That's the motto where we from, cause you might not see tomorrow.
Pa' toda mi gente de Piragua, tengo los sabores de Piragua, de todos los colores de Piragua. Sabe cuando traigo el flow es Piragua. Pa' toda mi gente de Piragua, si traigo los colores de Piragua, de los sabores de Piragua. Si tú sabes cuando traigo el flow Piragua.
Oye, esta vaina está manifestando perfectamente. ¡Qué fresca!
Yeah, he's singing on that thing.
Huh?
I said he's singing on that thing.
Oh yeah. That's my man Daso El Afro-Caribeño. He's got a spot called Piragua up in Spanish Harlem, or no, Lower East Side Manhattan actually. It's a lounge and bar up there where they do a lot of spoken word and art and community activities and stuff like that. So shout out to him.
And then, so what are you working on right now as far as with your current projects?
Oh man, I'm working on this one Latin album right now, and I'm working on this other album. That's the Latin album is produced mainly by Goliath King, my guy, my prodigy, my protege, whatever you want to call it. He's out there in Sweden, 14-year-old dude. He be making tight beats and he rhymes. He's crazy genius.
There you go right here. He was on here.
Yeah, that's my dude. That's my dude.
Oh, what's up, bro?
What up?
Yeah, bro.
What up? Salute, my guy, little big bro right there. And you know, he did some crazy production on this new album that's coming out. This Latin album. I ain't gonna tell you what it's called yet. And I got another album that's coming out produced by my guy Seeing the Dream, and it's called Mountain Dreams. And the artwork is going to be done by a special artist for both of the albums. Not going to say who, but it's going to be a good project, man. It's going to be a good project. I look forward to showing everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really liked that animation though. It was clean. It was
I
really
appreciate
good.
that. Yeah, a lot of times, like the drawings, like for the B footage, like when you see the girls and stuff like that, I would take photos and draw. I would trace over them. You know what I'm saying? And when you would see like I would trace over them and then create my own images, like, you know, color my own colors. You know what I'm saying? And do it that way. And then a lot of times when you would see the artists like myself or Daso, I would just make characters from photos or what I know what they look like, and I would draw them on paper, and then I would scan it in the computer and then trace that with the mouse as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciate that you saying that it looks clean and all of that, because that's pure vector graphics. And the beauty about vector versus raster is like a JPEG or a GIF, And you know, if you blow it up, you know, it seems pixelated. And if you try to print it and make it bigger, you know, it's going to look pixelated. But with a vector, you can make it smaller. You can stretch it out as much as you want, and it's going to, you know, be the same size and the same quality and graph, you know, and image quality and resolution. So, you know, that's what I love about vector graphics. And Adobe Animate is the program that I use to make my animations, and I love it. I love it. Some
Don't
people
take a
use
long time to do it.
yeah, that was I was about to say. Some people use programs like Toon Boom and you know, other stuff like that. They say that they're a lot more time efficient, but you know, I've used the old school rule of making swords like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I do it. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a lot of time for me because I do it so much now. I'm very proficient at it. I've been doing it for quite some time now. I believe about 5 years now. I've been doing animations.
Didn't you
So
say? Didn't you say back in the day when you used to be instead of sports, you used to be drawing or something?
yeah. I've been drawing since I was a little kid, man. Since I
Yeah.
came out the womb, man. I
And
was
you was foreshadowing like a mug, huh?
yeah. I was on my path, man. I was on my path. I was doing what I love. You know what I'm saying? I try to do what I love. You know, just like you with your podcast and other things that you do. You know, I just try to do what I love. You know what I'm saying? So life has purpose. You know what I'm
He
saying?
said, "Appreciate that a lot, bro. Thank you. Seriously, thank you."
Oh yeah. Always Goliath. You know what I'm saying? Salute, man. I'll talk to you definitely later, man. Word.
And then as far as with your career right now, what do you say you as far as your accomplishments? What are you the most proud of?
My animations and my music. I can say I can't really say one or the other, man. I'm very happy with the album that I just came out with because it was so hard and it was such a challenge to put it together, and it took 3 years to do it. And the energy and collaboration that it took, the diplomacy that it took to get everything together and get everybody on board. Um, I would say that I'm very proud of that project, Triple Piraguas, but I'm also very proud of an animated movie that I did for a cartoon that I had since I was a kid, since I was 11, called Kid Courageous.
Mm.
And that's on it's 2Ks, Kid and Courageous with a K. And you can find it on YouTube under Mountain High Graphics at with an X, Mountain High Graphics with an X at YouTube. And it's like a 45-minute cartoon or 40-minute cartoon movie, animated movie. It's anime. And I did it with it's kind of like the animation quality is the mix between Dragon Ball and a motion comic. I don't know if y'all seen a motion comic before, but that's kind of like a comic book that moves just like a little bit to show you a little bit of action in it to keep you not bored.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like a fusion between that and real anime. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's the
yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I can show him real quick.
Yeah. Show him some. You know, it looks better the more as the cartoon goes on. It gets better because I worked on it from the first scene all the way to the last in that same order. So as the movie progresses, it gets better because I gain more experience doing it.
Yeah, make sure y'all check that out. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, man, that's my joint. Oh yeah, that's the fight scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, I like watching. Man, my favorite. Well, I'm not like my wife is more into animation than me, but my favorite
cool.
my favorite one is Boondocks.
Boondocks. Oh yeah. That's
Boondocks
definitely
my
good
shit.
anime.
Yeah, I love some Boondocks, but yeah, I'm a fan of it, man. It looks like I know it'd be taking a lot of work, man. So like, it's really dope. Like I like watching it.
And you know what? It took 3 years to do that cartoon, man.
Yeah,
and I ended up getting a job. And see, this is the beautiful thing about it. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I knew somebody that I went to school with that did animation. He did his own cartoon, his own anime cartoon about a ninja kind of like mine. And when I say ninja, I'm talking about a ninja. You know what I'm saying? Not just a ninja. he he did his own cartoon, and he put it on YouTube, and he ended up applying for a job or finding a job. Somehow they found him, and they was in California, and they was like, look, we want you to go all the way from Maryland to go to California and work for us. First, he was doing it remotely from Maryland, and then they said, look, we want you to be the head of our cartoon studio where everybody has to draw like you, and you do most of the animations, and we want you to come down here and relocate. So him and his wife, they relocated to California, and he was doing it. So he just did it from something to nothing, just doing what he loved, and that inspired me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn Adobe Animate. It used to be called Flash for the longest, for years. It used to be called Adobe Flash. And I was like, I'm going to learn this, and I'm going to get me a job doing anime. I'm going to get me a remote job doing anime. And I mean, doing anime, doing animation. And that's exactly what I did. It took me 3 years to learn animate and to learn the program, and to get the cartoon together. And I had used the voices from a free source where you could get free actors as long as you gave them credit in a movie, so they could use it in their portfolio for their voice acting career. And yeah, man, I put it together, man. And that's something that I'm very proud of too. My mom helped me out with some of the story, and when I would ask her advice on what I should do, so I gave her credit in that. My guy Adam Churchwell, he executive produced it because he helped me with a lot of the administrative things, the business things that had to be done, as far as the copywriting and the trademarking and all of that stuff. And we got it done, man. So yeah, I'm very proud of that, man. I'm very proud of that cartoon.
That's dope. That's big right there.
Yeah, to me it is. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel that way. You know what I'm saying? It's a personal goal.
Cause even like with like just the new generation, like everybody want to rap, but shit, you could do stuff like this too. This is cool, animation and stuff. That'll get you a long way.
Man, computers help you do anything you want. You just gotta have a drive to match it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to do it for you. At least not at this point in technology. It's not going to do it for. Well, maybe it is starting to do it for you now. This AI is crazy.
Then do you have what do you say your future goals are?
Oh man, I don't know if I should put all my future goals out there.
Some of them.
You know what I'm saying? But eventually want to get married, have kids. Trying to get my mom a new car. Trying to get myself some wheels after that. Trying to move into a new place. Get some provisions for my future lady, and whoever she may be, and you know what I'm saying, and raise a family, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the next move, man. That's the next move.
Yeah, man. I got some little kids. They 3 and 4. That shit dope, bro. Like you gonna like them when you have some kids. Cause like this morning they woke me up like hella early. They woke me like 4 o'clock. But they were just like sitting on me watching YouTube Kids. I ain't really get mad because I be like, I just like having kids.
How could you be mad at them, man?
You want to be mad, but you be like, I ain't tripping shit. I used to want to have kids. I wanted to have kids for the longest.
Yeah.
And then I finally ended up having them. So yeah, it's a blessing with kids.
Yeah.
And I remember man, I was Dame Dash the one had me have kids because I remember he always was saying like I was going through one of his classes and then he was like, man, all this stuff, the money and stuff, it's cool, but man, you gotta get you some kids. He's like, that's the only thing. Cause you remember he always like, I'm doing it for my last name. He was always saying stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, them kids, bro, that shit real. That's dope.
Yeah, man, that's what I want. That's all I always wanted. That, man. I've been holding out. I've been holding my seed. Been waiting. I've been holding my seed, waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? So, waiting for the proper moments. You know what I'm saying? Stacking these pastelones. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear the album yet?
Yeah, man, I was listening to it. I was actually gonna ask you about. I was gonna say another song. Okay, I saw you had Psycho Lest on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was actually back in the day. We had COVID. We had like some rap battles we was doing. He was one of our judges. So, yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
man, chill.
Yeah, man, I like it. That's what I said. I can't. I was listening to it on the YouTube thing, so I don't really know like what song is what song. I was just letting it play on YouTube, but
Oh yeah.
no, it sounds good, man. Like I like it because I actually like that kind of music. Like just the I heard you play Hector Lavoe. Like I used to listen to Hector Lavoe back in the day, so
Word.
I like that. I don't know if that's Puerto Rican music or whatever, but I
Yeah,
just like that.
it is.
Yeah, I like that music. Then you spitting on it sound good, so I don't see nothing. I like it. And then I was actually gonna ask you about who's like doing the mixing behind it. Cause I think it sounds like really
Thank
crisp.
you. Let me give a shout out to my man, Mr. Scratch Hook, aka E-Rex. If y'all want scratch hooks, he's I would say he's the next best thing to Premiere, man. When it comes to, I would even say
That's big.
I don't want to blaspheme and say he's better than Premiere, but he's just as good. You know what I'm saying? As Premiere when it comes to scratching those hooks. He makes beats, he engineers, he mixes, he masters, he does all of that. He's been doing this since the 80s. He knows what he's doing. He will make you sound right. You can have some garbage audio and he will make it sound like it's right. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds real good. It sounds real good.
Yeah, and he won't let it leave the studio until he can put his name on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good product. You know what I'm saying?
Cause I don't know, some people to me like, man, like that shit can make or break your music, man. You can have some type of music, but if that mixing is off, that shit, nobody want to hear that shit, man. So
garbage.
And like you said, I mean, I'm not saying that with you, but like you said he gonna make even the bad stuff sound good. But like, if your stuff good and he make it sound better, like shit, that's a win.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's done that for me, man. He's like the audio clinic.
So, what's your how would you describe your creative process right now when you making music?
Man, I just get high and I write, but I like to right now. I like to put it back. I like to like when I'm really putting some thought into it. I'm really putting some intent into it, and I'm not just having fun. I'm not just having fun. I'm still having fun, but I'm really putting some real thought into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll write like about 8 bars, and then I'll come back to it. Write about 12 more maybe. Come back to it until I have a 20-bar verse done, and then come back to it, write a hook. Come back to it, write another 20-bar verse. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe 2 16s or 3 16s in a hook. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it like that, but I'll do it piece by piece. Right now, that's what I'm doing while I'm writing this Latin album and this Mountain Dreams album. I'm doing them at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm giving them both just as much amount of importance. You know what I'm saying? I want to give all the producers that I'm working with just as much effort and attention to their music, to their beats, and the projects that we put together.
And then you produce too, right?
Yes, I do. I produced the track with
Psycho Les.
With Psycho Les. Yes, I produced that track.
Did you start off?
Actually, I got help. I got audio clinic help from E-Rex. You know what I'm saying? He added reverb to the drums. He separated the bass from the horns and stuff like that. So he did that for me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't take all the credit for that beat.
How long you been? Have you always been producing, or how long did you?
Since I was 16, yeah. So since I was 16, I had like my own analog studio. I had like a Yamaha PSR 400 keyboard, and I had a Tascam 400 mixer. I mean, Tascam 400 4-track, or not 400. I don't know what it was. It was a Tascam, and it was a 4-track, and I had a Gemini mixer. And that's what I had first started out with when I was 16. And then I got a karaoke and added on to that a few other things. Upgraded my keyboard like around 2000. And just went from there, you know what I'm saying? Always making music, you know what I'm saying? Always had something cooking. Even when I was locked up, I took my keyboards and stuff with me when I was not locked up, but I was away in school. You know what I'm saying?
Man, how you gonna say locked up when you was away in school?
Well, the thing was, it was a situation where I didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get permission to go on visits to go home, and it was out of state. So, and I was with kids that was that was just coming fresh out of detention centers. You
So
know
it
what I'm
felt like
saying?
you was
So
locked up,
yeah, man, it was definitely a place that you didn't want to be. You know what I'm saying? So but that's what happens when you don't listen to your parents and you out there running the streets and you dealing with gangs and you know what I'm saying and you hanging out in parties and you just doing all types of crazy stuff and putting yourself in danger. You got to be put someplace where you're going to be safe so you can finish your schooling. You know what I'm saying? So, and by the grace of God, the ancestors looked out for me, and I was in that place, even though I didn't want to be. I was in that place to finish my schooling so that I could get through life later on. So thank God for that. Thank my
And then,
parents.
but I also want to ask you. So you was naming all the equipment you started off with back in the day. So say like now, right now, 2024, what equipment would you start off with if it was a new person, new artist, a new kid trying to start off? What should they start off with?
Okay, yeah, that's right. Cause I'm trying to work on getting my man Goliath King some studio equipment over there, man, to get him
Okay.
started off right. I would get a solo Focusrite interface. I would get a Rode NT1 microphone, condenser microphone, cardio condenser microphone. I would get a pop stopper for the microphone so that it stops you from pronouncing too much into the microphone. You know what I'm saying? You sound clearer that way. I would get a reflector shield or some type of insulation or portable booth to go around the microphone so that it sounds insulated, like I'm actually inside of a booth. I would get a shock mount to put the microphone on, the microphone stand, whether it's a desktop stand or a floor stand, and I get the stand as well. I would get some good headphones, preferably some Sennheisers 202s maybe, because they've always worked for me. Um, don't want to do Bluetooth too much because I don't want anything that's battery powered and can always run out on me. You know what I'm saying? I like the analog, 3.4 plug-in uh plug-in headphones. And I would get a DAW, a digital DAW. I would probably get something like Logic, and I would work on a Mac. I would definitely work on a Mac. Get an iMac computer or a MacBook, um, MacBook Pro, something like that, with the new processor in it. And it's a little pricey, but you know what I'm saying. If not, then use a Windows, a Windows laptop with as much memory and hard drive space that it has. I will back up all my files. I would get a hard drive to back up all my files on, an external hard drive. Um, I would get Logic, like I said, I would get Logic to record with if I had a Mac. I would get Pro Tools if I had to, or something of something near that. There's other programs that you can record with the other digital DAWs. To make beats, I would use either Fruity Loops Studio or GarageBand, depending on what program, what hardware you have and what's easier for you to use. I've been using Fruity Loops forever, and I'm nice when it comes to looping everything on Fruity Loops and slicing and making the loops. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much what I would get. You know what I'm saying? Just the basics, something to record with, a good microphone, a good interface, the accessories for the microphone, a good insulated booth or reflector to make sure that the sound is insulated, and a good computer and a DAW. You know what I'm saying? One to make the music, one to record it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Man, it's you name a lot of stuff. Man, I remember it's like a lot of people I interview. Sometimes they be like, "Well, I do everything on my phone." I be like, "What?"
Yeah, they do. Actually, they do. They do.
Damn,
They
but
got GarageBand.
yeah, I'm like, damn,
Yeah, they
yeah.
got GarageBand. They got everything, and GarageBand allows them to record. That's a good DAW because it records and it makes music. Um, they do it on their phone on an iPhone, and that's a Mac computer right there. So it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? As long as they can filter that voice out so it sounds like it's in a booth, they good to go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they will or can already. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing too. My boy, shout out to Goliath King again. What he does with the machinery, because it's not the tools that you have, is what you can do with the tools.
The tools, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody you may be in a war somewhere in Beirut or not Beirut, Afghanistan or whatever, and somebody may be at the top of a hill with a automatic machine gun. You know what I'm saying? And they may have like a whole bunch of ammo and they just dumping on you, and you may just have a pistol with, you know what I'm saying, a 6-shooter, you know what I'm saying, with a revolver. But if you can get to that person and maneuver and use that gun right, and you can aim it right, and you can use the ammo efficiently, then you may be able to win that battle. You know what I'm saying?
I would say shit. All you can have a slingshot.
That's right.
Knock
You can have
their
a
ass
rock.
out.
You can have a rock and knock their ass out. You know what I'm saying? I heard that the Aztecs fought. They wrestled in warfare. They didn't even use weapons.
Shit, I believe it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? TikTok will tell you anything, though.
Yeah, I was on there. I've been looking up giants and shit, man.
Oh yeah, Nephilim and all of that.
Yeah, because I was in the military, so they always be talking about this story how like in Afghanistan they ran up on this
giant
some
structures.
Giants, yeah, some giants in the cave. So I would just be like reading of that and shit.
I don't doubt that, man. There's been so many different species of human, man. I don't doubt that at all, bro. I don't doubt that at all. I don't doubt that there was giants walking this earth.
Yeah.
The
reason I don't doubt it because I just look at I'm like, shit, well, how all these pyramids was made? It wasn't no regular people making them shits. So
well, no, I don't think that the pyramids was made by giants, but I do believe that that when the pyramids was made, there were a lot of animals that are extinct now. You know what I'm saying? There were a lot of animals extinct now. Actually, Egypt and North Africa was a lot more greener and wetter, and as far as the rain and the water resources there, you know what I'm saying, then it wasn't necessarily Sahara Desert. And it's actually a narrative that old ancient narrative that Atlantis was in Morocco near the Atlas Mountains, and that's where it got its name. You know what I'm saying? And when the flood came is when the desert had eventually came after.
I be on all of it, man. I got to open mind everything. You know, they even found pyramids in the United States.
United States, China.
Yeah.
Even in Greece, I think they found pyramids. They got pyramids everywhere, man. I mean, the black man has been everywhere all over the continent years before any other race. You know what I'm saying? And the more that we find, the darker people get. The more the further back in history we go, the darker people get. The hair. We really shouldn't get caught up on skin color, and we really shouldn't get caught up on hair texture. But I will say that there was a time where there was only dark-skinned people, and some of them had straight hair, some of them had curly hair, but they were all dark people, and they did all, for the most part, they most of them were dark, and they populated the earth from Asia to Africa to Europe, and we have scientific proof of that. And if that's the case, then that culture and that technology would definitely be more prevalent if it was from the same racial stock of people or ethnic people. You know what I'm saying? Before we started mutating into different people, and the human family started branching out, and we had more various, different types of beauty and expressions of the human family.
All right, so what's up? And then, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters? What would you like to leave them with?
Thank you for listening to my music. Thank you for sticking with me. I know I can sound crazy sometimes online, but that's what happens when you gotta. I'm not gonna say I'm brilliant, but I would like to think that I am. And sometimes brilliant people sound like idiots. And thanks for sticking with me and my music, and thank you for listening and enjoying my music as much as I enjoy making it. That's the most important part, that you take a part of me with you, and you always have that with you to carry with you even after I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So that I'll always be here forever. And forever, ever.
Yeah. Now I just want to say thank you for coming through politicking with me.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
No doubt. You want to tell them how to hit you up? Your social media. You got your social media, but you want to
yeah, y'all can catch me at The Real Mike Mountain. That's The Real MIC Mountain at Instagram, at TikTok, at YouTube, Mike Mountain Music at Facebook, Mike Mountain at Twitter, all types of crazy stuff. MikeMountain.com, triplepiragua.com. That's TRIPLEPIRAGUA.com, MikeMountain.com, MICMOUNTAIN.com. Check me out everywhere, man. Enjoy my stuff. I'm on SoundCloud, Mike Mountain at SoundCloud. MIC Mountain. Just look at me, Google me, 2 words, MIC Mountain, Mike Mountain. Check me out.
No doubt, man.
Get that merchandise. Get that merchandise at triplebiragua.com, or go to MikeMountain.com and go to Mike Mountain store at MikeMountain.com, or go to triplebiragua.com. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's there. Throw it through, yo.
That's what's up.
Toma.
I want to say thank you for coming through politicking with me.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm about to hit this spliff and shut the fuck out, man. Be nice like you.
All right,
you know,
man, for sure.
Yes,
we
sir.
out. To the next time, y'all.